Hello and welcome to another U10 mini lesson where I attempt to explain, expand, bring clarity, or anything else to any questions you might have about the drumming world. Today we're going to talk about triplets. Triplets are very unique in the drumming world, at least for me, because I know that they're not always covered right away, but it's kind of expected that you know them. So I'm going to cover them in more detail so that you understand more about them so you're not just given a piece and going, um, okay. So a triplet is kind of like with, one, two, three, four, one and two and three and four, like with eighth notes and chord notes. A triplet, instead of one and two, you're fitting three notes in. Triple, three. Oh my gosh, it's kind of like the duple and triple video from another lesson where it's when there's duple or one and two and or one, two, four, one, two, one and two, triple. One, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three. So triplet is literally fitting three notes into a set beat. It could be it could be an eighth note, it could be quarter note, it could be a half note, it could be an entire measure of just of da 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 boom. That it could be that. A triplet just means you're going to be playing three within that certain amount of beats. Percussionists especially have a difficulty when we're beginning because most of us, not all, but a lot of us are right-handed. And what we like to do is we like to try to say, oh, triplets, so the second beat should definitely be played with the right hand because I'm good at it that way, and also that's what I'm used to because eight, as we all know, I'll use a metronome for this. Many of us, I hope you can hear that, are used to going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. Most of us are used to doing that. Triplets, though, they trip us up, or they trip us up. They trick us because we have to play on the other hand now. So instead of 1E and a 2E and a 1, we have to go, it's 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. So you'll actually be playing the next beat. Stay, okay, don't stop. Stop. Hey, nope. Awesome. You'll actually be playing the next beat on the left hand, and that's what gets a lot of people when you're starting out confused because you want to go 1, 2, 3, 1. You want to make a right on the down because you're used to doing that. The thing that people have to work on at the beginning is 1, 2, 3, 1, hitting with the left hand because they're not used to doing that, and that's fine because it takes a while to unlearn. So a triplet is literally counted 1, 2, 3. I've heard it count 1 is and literally 1, the word is, and then the letter A, the word A-H. 1 is a, I was taught 1 T-ta, 1 T-E-T-A, 1 T-ta, 2 T-ta. It's really how fast can you go. It's how fast, 1 is a 2 is a 3 is a 4 is a 1 T-ta, 2 T-ta, 3 T-ta, 4 T-ta, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's really, as you get up there, how much faster can you go? That's all it is. I prefer this point 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, even though 3 is technically longer, but if we ever get to that length of, detail, that'll actually be really cool. So the triplet, awesome so far. Now, there are two really main signatures in how to read triplets. Most of them are going to be done in eighth notes. And if you remember the lesson back to, or take a look at it later, the signatures you got over here, you've got 8 and 8. So that means that we're going to base this off eighth notes. You could rewrite this to be all individual eighth notes. And what you're doing is you're just saying there are 6 eighth notes in this measure. And generally, the way this is written is, and please don't ask me why, because I was never told this, or at least I don't remember how it was when it was explained to me many years ago. This is generally done in a triplet beat. So the way you count this off is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is the exact same thing. You've got 12. Another way to think about that is 4, 4 triplets. We'll get to that in a minute. But there are 12 eighth notes, and when you have 12 eighth notes written as that, 99% of the times you'll look at music at the middle school and high school level, and sometimes even the college level, undergrad level, that is a triplet composition. So 99% of the time you will play it like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Now you could make the argument that says, technically, that's 12 eighth notes in a measure. You'd be right. Another way of doing that, you could put it as 12, 12, 6, you could conduct this 3, 4. That's what I meant to say. You don't want to do that because that wouldn't sound correct. Triplets are meant to sound 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you did 3, 4, which I'm like 90% sure that works, yeah, you'd have 12 notes, and math people with me on this one, 12 out of 16 is 3 out of 4, so like a 3, 4 measure. You would have the 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and you don't want that going because you want that triplet pattern going. So again, almost every time a 6/8 and a 12/8 are going to be your triplet patterns. Now, to really make this fun, triplet patterns in 4/4 time signatures. So 2, 4, 4, 4, cut time, common time, that kind of thing. What they do is, and I'll bring this closer, they put a 3 over that. And the reason why, and drummers, percussionists, you'll understand this more if hopefully you saw this one. I'll flip back. Right? Yay. Cool. Awesome. Sometimes my camera doesn't always reach over there. A lot of times, percussionists, we don't write that out that way. So a lot of times, they will write something like 4, 4, and they'll put 3 eighth notes together, and that just means 1 and 2. The reason why they put 3s above that, it means it's supposed to be played in triplet pattern. So 2, 4, that just means 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. At the tongue twister until you've gotten it down. So again, this is literally the exact same counting wise as this. They just use this to mark it because otherwise you would be saying these are all eighth notes, and that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Alright? That's not how that's supposed to count it. Or down here, if you were to cross these out, you would again have, this would be a quarter note. My apologies on that. There's a little bit of it that would connect there. So you'd actually be not even correct. You'd be on the spot. I cannot mathematically work that in my head. I am sorry. But triplets in 4/4, it's always denominated by a 3 above a grouping of 3. If it's not a grouping of 3, it's not a triplet. Now the last one, because you might be asking, hey, does this get more fun? It does. We're not going to go into hertas today, because hertas and singlebacks are kind of variations off of triplets. We're only going to worry about the basics. So you got 1, 2, 3. Now can you go subdivide those? Yes, you can. Those are called sixlets or sextuplets. 99% of the time, actually 100% of the time, they will be marked with a 6. And I tried to make this the correct way so it'll make it simple for everyone. The top is lined up with the bottom. So the 1, the 2, and the 3, depending on how it's written, is in a sextuplet. This will be 1, and then if you see that these two are together, this would be 2, and this would be 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and. Move a little bit closer. So 1 and 2 and 3 and. That's one way to do it. The other way it's done, I marked an and right here, and if you'll notice, the and does not have a spot right here. Most times, especially actually even in the cadence, I think we may have changed that recently, but in 32, there's a snare part where it goes, alright? All you're doing is you're playing 1 and you're adding triplets on the 1 and the and. So instead of going 1, 2, or 1 and, you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's all it is. Again, you can go for a triplet, so a 6/8 or a 12/8 measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and could be correct. For a 4/4 measure, 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, and then the second beat would start there. So, or yeah, 1, 2, 3 and then that would be the and beat right there. Hopefully that made sense. I know triplets are kind of weird. That's the best way I can think to explain it. Just remember, triplets, so A duple pattern, one and is one and two and one and two and. A triplet pattern is three. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 4 2 3 1. All right, that's the biggest difference. When you're dealing with triplets, threes, it's three within the beat mark notation. If you've got a, I'll put this one up. If I'm doing this is 100 beats per minute. Quarter note triplets are 1 2 3 1, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. If I'm dealing with a half note triplet, that's 1 2 3 1, 1 2 3 1, and you actually will hear the beat 2 because beat 2 is not with the note. So one more time, 1 2 3 1 2 3. I split up a little bit on that one. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. If you can hear that, you should be able to hear the difference on that. That's a half note triplet. A whole note triplet's just obnoxious. I don't ever think I've actually had that in music, but in a 4/4 measure, let's see if I can actually do this on the spot live. That was a little bit not the best. I think I actually played it incorrectly. I've honestly never seen a whole. I've seen ninelets, which is tripleting triplets, which actually isn't that difficult. It just sounds kind of crazy. But I've never seen a whole note triplet before. I'm assuming it exists in other instruments, but for percussion, I've never seen it done that way. We generally either do 1 2 3 1 for half note triplets or quarter note triplets 1 2 3 1. All right. If you have any more questions, want me to explain or expand anything more, please let me know. Until then, to quote the man who makes our sticks, Scott Johnson, unless you're not having fun. Let me say that again. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, and I'll see you next time. Bye.